3 years ago, due to a family decision and a decision I was completely against, we moved from America, which is where I've lived almost my entire life, back to Nepal, which is actually where I was born and where I'm originally from. Now, moving to Nepal was going to be a huge change for me, and I knew that going in because I've lived in Nepal for a couple of years before, but I was little back then and I really didn't know what to expect now. But as soon as I got here, as soon as I landed at the airport, I immediately realized that I was going to now have to start thinking about things that I have never ever thought about. Things that just never cross your mind when you're living in a first world developed country like the United States. And just to give you guys a few examples of some of the things that I now had to start thinking about and dealing with here in Nepal. Nepal actually used to have electricity shortages, so there'd be times throughout the day where there'd be literally no electricity in the house for hours and hours and hours.
Did you guys just see that? Yay, we got electricity again, great.
And that's simply due to the fact that Nepal could not produce enough electricity to power all of the homes for 24 hours a day. Another big problem I had to deal with when I got here was the pollution. So the pollution here in Nepal is actually so bad to the point where if you go out in certain areas, you have to wear a mask. Otherwise you risk, being sick or getting an infection. I mean, the roads here and the traffic and the internet, it just goes on and on. I think you guys can imagine for yourselves, in a country where electricity and pollution is a problem, then you guys can just imagine all the other problems that would occur here in Nepal. On top of all of this, you have, your normal challenges of moving to any new place, trying to, make new friends, trying to fit in. And when you combine all of these factors and all of these things and all of these changes, it just sometimes felt like I was just, just completely lost. I was frustrated, I was angry, I was sad, and sometimes it just felt like I just got completely punched in the face and just knocked down, and I was having a hard time getting up. So I started traveling more. Every time I would get holidays in school or just have free time, I started to get out there and explore Nepal as much as I could. And everything I saw in my travels and everything I learned and everything I experienced really started to change me as a person. I saw places in Nepal where people had access to, very minimal clean water, otherwise just no water at all. I saw little children working and just a lot of child labor. Towns and villages with, very little resources and infrastructure. But on the contrary, I also saw the good side of Nepal. All of Nepal's rich culture and tradition and history. I saw Nepal's breathtaking natural beauty, which, Nepal is literally considered one of the most beautiful countries in the entire world. And of course, I tasted so much good Nepali food. So after all of this, after seeing both the good and bad sides of Nepal and experiencing everything I experienced, the question now is, would I change anything that has happened over the past 3 years? If I had the opportunity to go back in time and the decision was now up to me, Do I go to Nepal or stay in America? And my answer to that question, unmistakably, undoubtedly, is I would go to Nepal and relive every single moment that has happened over the past 3 years. But I want you guys to really hear me out on this, because moving from a country where you've lived, almost your entire life, and leaving behind, your friends, your school, and just everything that you know, and moving to a completely brand new country is not something that's easy. It's something it's frustrating, it's stressful, it's hard. And I would even go as far as to say that living here in Nepal over the past 3 years at times has been some of the hardest times in my entire life. But on the contrary, coming to Nepal has taught me so many things that I feel like I would have never learned if I hadn't come here. And you guys can just imagine moving from a rich and developed country like the United States to Nepal, which is in fact the 25th poorest country in the entire world. It just gives you a brand new perspective on life. When you see how people are living here and the quality of life and lifestyle and the culture, and you compare it back to the United States and just so many things that I can't even really explain on a video to you guys, but things that I've seen, things that I've experienced, and things that I've learned that will just always be with me. And on top of that, just some small things, spending time with my family here in Nepal, whom I barely got to see when I was back in the United States, some of the amazing new friends that I made along the way here in Nepal, and just so much more. And for that reason, I guess what I'm trying to say is, although living here in Nepal over the past 3 years has been some of the most stressful, frustrating, and hardest times in my life, at the same time, living here in Nepal has also been some of the most, eye-opening, influential, rewarding, and just some of the most valuable years in my entire life. Hey, what's up guys, it's Sam here bringing you guys a very quick message here at the end of this video. So I'm still here in Nepal in my room right now, but at the time of recording this video, it is currently August the 7th, 2019. Which means I leave Nepal in exactly 1 week. So yes guys, I'm officially moving back to America. I mentioned in my very first video that I was coming to Nepal here for only 2 years. Now, 2 years sort of turned into 3 years, but nonetheless, I am moving back. And I actually plan to upload this video on the very day that I leave. So on August the 14th, this video will be live. So by the time you guys are watching this, I'm probably going to the airport or already on a plane flying. But really guys, what I really wanted to say in this short little segment here is thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have shown my YouTube channel over the past 3 years. I'm very much aware that my YouTube channel is like this big, but nonetheless guys, it's kind of amazing to me, despite my YouTube channel being so small, the amount of support I have seen over the past 3 years. So there have actually been numerous amounts of people who have gone and somehow found my personal Facebook or my Instagram, my Twitter, or just message me on my YouTube inbox. I've had foreigners coming to Nepal message me and ask me for advice. I've had people from different countries message me, but most of all, I have had people just like me who are from Nepal but live in different parts of the world, in Australia, in the UK, even in America, come and message me and say, hey, I liked your videos make me feel like I'm in Nepal right now, and it just brings back so many memories. I've had people say that to me, and to see that kind of support and that person-to-person connection, guys, that will mean way more to me than some amount of views or some amount of likes and shares and people going out of their way to actually send me a message and talk to me. And a lot of these people I actually still talk to this very day. We're like friends now. So that to me is just absolutely crazy. But my 3 years here in Nepal, guys, has come to an end. This is an end of a chapter in my life, a chapter that was filled with amazing memories and amazing experiences, as you guys just saw in the video, and also some really rough times. But we got through it, and my next chapter will continue back in America, and hopefully this brand new chapter in my life will continue to bring me new stories and new experiences, so I can continue to make videos about them and share them with you guys here on this YouTube channel. But yeah guys, at the very end here, I just want to close out again by saying thank you guys so much for all the support. And I'll catch you guys on a brand new YouTube video hopefully soon, this time from America, and yeah. And by the way guys, the last time I made a video was over a year ago, and I did not have a beard at that time, so you guys are probably like really confused or shocked right now about how this all came to be, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. म पुरै नेपाली नै भएको छु हैन. And also, last quick message for all my friends who are watching in America who have, are making fun of me, saying I probably lost my accent or I probably sound different. I mean, you guys are hearing me right now. I don't think I sound different, okay? So I'm freaking American and Nepali at the same time, bro. I'm both.